I make skateboards for Life Skateboards. You can get one of your own at lifeskateboard.com. Today, I'm going to be gripping my board. Finish the graphic on that guy. And a board for my dog. This is the 11.75-inch barge from Life Skateboards. I'm going to be applying Dkl Nonabrasive grip tape to both of them. Hers is going to take 2 sheets. Mine's going to take 1. Maybe a little scrap. Alright, first thing with Dkl we do is clean off the surface here. And since I'm using the majority of the piece, I'm not going to cut off anything extra. I'm going to try and use some blank. I'm going to use as much of a sheet as I can here because I'm also going to skate this board. Hey, good to see you too, Roger. I'm going out of town for a while, so it's going to be a minute before I get back on lives unless I go live at the parks that I'm going to, which I probably won't be doing. Yep, this is gigantic. It's for Lawrie. Figured I'd give her as much surface area to stand on as possible when I teach her how to skate. Looks like this is a scrap piece anyway. Dkl grip. Dkl Nonabrasive grip tape. Feels like a basketball. Great for my shoes, and since this is a skateboard for a dog, figured we make sure it's as safe as possible for her. Thank you, I appreciate that. It is a wonderful sport. Sport, whatever you want to call it. It definitely saved my life a few times. Well, guys, we might be scrapping until the end here. Yeah. Lawrie's gonna get scraps. So this isn't as eventful as most of my other lives. Sam's in the other building right now cutting out some shapes. I just shaped 2 boards this morning, but I gotta get out of town. Going up to Chicago. It looks like I gotta get some more DKL sometime soon. I might have enough scrap off this tail to make that work. Did I? Would you look at that? Scrap for the win. All right, look at that. We used one full sheet and some scrap, and that worked. All right. So with DKL, applying it's a little bit different. Most of the time you're holding the blade like this. With DKL, you angle it real hard. Try to strip off a little bit at an angle. Doesn't seem to be all the way stuck down there. All right. After you do that first rough cut, come back along at a harsher angle and take off the tiniest bit you can. This prevents the DKL from peeling. It's a little more tedious than normal grip, but at the end of the day, I save about $1,000 a year on shoes using this grip, so that's why I personally use it. Just because I'm setting this board up for my dog doesn't mean I'm not going to skate it, so I want it to be set up how I want it. If you guys have any questions about DKL, Life Skateboards, or anything like that, unfortunately this live I'm going to be a little bit more focused on precisely what I'm doing. But I can still answer things while I'm not looking. That's fine. Most of my lives are me actually making the boards. But I figured since I'm going out of town and I'm not going to be on live for a while, I might as well hop on here and catch up with people like Roger, and maybe Alistair will hop on here and tell me about the McRib a little bit more. Who knows? Last little bit here. What's that? If you don't know what Andrew's referring to, I took a huge slam onto my kidneys 2 days ago. Did not feel good. I'm pretty pretty familiar with the pain of torn or bruised kidneys. I tore both my kidneys bombing a hill when I was a kid, so I could feel what happened right when I fell the other day. All right, so we got the barge gripped for Lawrie. I'm gonna set her up, poke my holes. Yeah, I use a skewer to poke my holes twice at once. Alright, our next step. I'm going to put the bearings in the wheels here. Thought it would be fitting to go with the Dogtown canine wheels for Lawrie, because why not? That makes sense. And then, as far as bearings go, may he rest in peace, Quentin Bradford. Yeah, I rode for a company called Superfly, 11.75 inches wide. But I rode for a company called Superfly Speedball. Quentin Bradford put me on. Really great dude. He passed away last year. But still got his bearings, still riding them, still giving him life. We're going to use the trucks that we're using for her to get these bearings on there, because I don't have a bearing press, because who needs a bearing press? Probably. Now so our presses go up to 12 inches and then it takes off that little bit off the edge while we're shaping it. So our max is 11.75 right now. I will say we are working on getting all the way up to 15 inches. No, see, I make good boards, not factory boards. My name is Casper Jones. I make boards by hand for Life Skateboards. I don't put my feet on factory garbage. I make boards by hand. We've had eggs and shapes for a very, 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 very long time. Sam has had this company since 2012. It was a skate shop before that. I'm gonna say I have 2 bearings left. That doesn't make much sense. Oh, this is not my own company. I started working with the company, what, 3-4 years ago. This room that we're in right now, this is where all the graphics we apply and everything else. I just came from the other room. We press the boards, shape the boards, apply the graphics in-house, sand them in-house, do everything in-house. I couldn't find the wheel that I didn't put a bearing in. But yeah, you can go to lifeskateboard.com and check us out. The boards are, once you start riding our boards, you're not going to want to ride anything else. They last a lot longer. Really deep concave. Just really nice boards all around. Before I worked for the company, I was working in a skate shop and somebody brought one of these boards in to me. I didn't know where it came from. The person that brought it in lied about where it came from. And I just fell in love with it. I was advertising it like crazy. At the time, I was going through a deck a week. And thanks to these, they started to last over a month. And now I'm one of the guys making them. A cool company run by cool people. Hey, definitely get one from us then. Hey, would you look at that? My tool is darkroom. Somebody just said their darkroom deck is dead. Well, darkroom is dead. So hold on to that. darkroom is no longer a thing. Somebody can double check me on that, but I'm almost 100% positive. I love Pendleton artwork though. Don Pendleton does some amazing artwork. And what's really cool is he's an artist that works with lino blocks. Don Pendleton did the artwork for Darkroom, if you didn't know that already. But if you go to his Instagram page, he has a lot of videos on using lino blocks to create artwork. And I love that because that's how we apply our graphics. If you don't know what a lino block is, I'll show you in just a second. It's how we apply all of our graphics here, but it's a relief image carving, kind of like a big stamp. It's nice to put a board together not in silence. You guys are pretty cool. Oh yeah, Don Pendleton's art's amazing. So lino blocks. So most companies apply their graphics with a heat transfer. And while that's the industry standard, we don't see that as the best thing to do. Yes, it's the easiest way to get out a photorealistic image on a ton of boards, but you're putting a board through a heat roller. That doesn't really stand well with quality. So we have a local artist carve these. These are relief image carvings. Just roll the speedball ink on here, apply it, roll it on there, take it off, and the graphics on the board. I love it. And Don Pendleton does a lot of prints with those. Seeing he has that little screw press that he uses to print little cards and whatnot. And we're going to go with some really big risers on this, by the way. Because once again, this is a board for my dog. No, my dog cannot skateboard yet. I've been getting her comfier with skateboards. Oh, look at that. Shout out Death Wish. Oh no, my dog is a Shepherd Pit mix. But the person that I've rode with a skateboarding dog a lot, named Rampage. It's a French bulldog. But he has a lot of tips and training and things like that. I've been working. I actually found my dog at a skate park. Took her in, got her more comfortable with boards now, and figured might as well get her something to ride. She's 71 pounds, real big, so we gave her a big board with some 11-inch slappy trucks. Look at that. These trucks are 11 inches wide. Yeah, that's what I see too, but I didn't choose my dog. She chose me. I'm going to grab some proper length hardware because I am throwing some big boy risers on this guy. I don't even know if this is going to be thick enough here. Those are 1/2-inch risers. 1/4 inch should be good. I'm going to go get some 1/4-inch risers. We got a full shop in here if you didn't know that, by the way. Those are 1/8 inch. We got here 1/4 inch. I'm gonna go with some 1/4 inch Dukes risers for Lawrie here today. Why? Because I power through wheel bite, but I don't think she can. See if this is enough to bite here. Yep, perfect. All right, I'm just gonna grab my hardware and then we are good to go. I forgot where the nuts were. Okay. I lost my nuts. Actually, hold up. You know what? We happen to have something here. We were talking about that skateboarding dog, Rampage. This is that skateboarding dog, Rampage, on a Jones Soda, skating a Life board. Nah. This is this guy's trainer taught me everything about how he taught his board, how he taught his dog how to skate. His dog skates a Chubby Stubby that I make at Life Skateboards with Sam. Rampage is pretty well known. Rampage actually pulled off an ollie. Yeah, doggy ollie. You have to check that out. Oh yeah. Well, I mean, they're still going. They printed that bottle with Rampage on there last year, I think. Maybe 2 years ago. We keep that bottle since it's got a board that we made on the cover of it. Yeah, and for Rampage, because he was actually getting the board off the ground, we made him a 6-ply instead of a 7-ply to make it a little lighter for him. I will say, when I say a doggy ollie, I mean like wheels left the ground, but like obviously not leveling it. It's still insane. Like he trained his dog to jump up on his back legs and then jump forward. So he'd pop the board, kick it forward. It's pretty wild. Look it up, Rip It Rampage. The company used to be called Double R Bulldog. So some of the older videos might have that on there. But I know Chive got a hold of it, I know Chive got a hold of it because every once in a while I get a message. Oh yeah, it counts. I get a message from somebody in a bar watching that Chive TV thing on the TVs they have out. It's like, dude, you were just on my TV because I did a double with the dog, and apparently Chive plays it every once in a while. All we did was just body varials on a ramp. Yeah, I haven't really seen much from them recently, though. Hope he's still sticking with it. Whatever happens, I just hope Rampage is having fun. Perfect. My goal was to make sure the board could actually sit on its side with these trucks, because if not, then she can't start a run. The way Rampage gets on his board is he bites the side and knocks it over. And Lawrie might not be the first one to skate this. Sorry, I'm having trouble getting this hardware in here. But yeah, Lawrie might not be the first one to skate this. I'm going to Chicago, so I'm going to probably skate it. Only a little bit. I'm going to be quite honest with you. I chose the biggest, heaviest board because my dog likes to try to take my board from me a lot. So I figured if I make her a board she doesn't feel comfortable carrying around in her mouth, maybe she'll ride it. No, it's going to take quite a while. It's going to be a very long process. Probably won't have videos of my dog skating for a long time. But she is an energetic, crazy thing. So maybe this will get some of her energy out for her. I cannot nollie laser flip, but now we used to have a 6-ply barge that we would bring around on Tracker 219s. I've kickflipped that, I've smithed around pockets, 50'd around pockets, but I have seen it impossible flipped by Sam Crawford in Columbus, Indiana. On the same day, Chuck Bennett from Richmond Trey flipped it. I've seen switch hard flip happen on this. It's a novelty, for sure, but it's fun. And then we'll get into my shape because I have to grip one of my boards for this trip anyway. But yeah, it's a fun board. Extremely heavy for it being a 7-ply. So we always suggest people get a 6-ply when they get this board. But I don't think Laurie's going to be doing any tricks anytime soon. There we are. It looks like a tech deck. Oh my god, it looks like a tech deck. It's cool. I haven't seen one set up like this. I haven't had my own barge yet. This is pretty cool. Alright, next I'm going to be gripping my board. This is my signature shape from Life Skateboards. That's my dog, actually. That's Lawrie. It's funky. It's weird. Oi! Okay. I don't know what that means, but yeah. I designed it to be as weird as possible while still having functionality. This is the second version. The first version was a little bit thinner right there. Had a weak spot here, so we beefed it up. I'm still able to do all my tricks on that thing. So I always try to tell people it's not really a big issue whether or not you have a popsicle. That's why I chose to do this with my board. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do here, find the razor blade I just had. I'll find it after the live. Oh, it's because I was using a knife, not a razor blade. Dummy. Hey, thank you. Lifeskateboard.com. We have over 77 shapes on the website. This is my signature shape. We've got some less funky ones. Let's see here. We got anything done here? Yeah, we got all kinds of, even popsicles, you know. We keep it how it is. Sorry, but I really wish I knew Portuguese. Hey, the dog lover. But, yeah, we got all kinds of shapes. We've got 4 different molds going. 5, actually, because of the mellow mold. So we got lots of different options. You can choose your wheelbase. You can choose your ply number. You can add wheel wells. You can change whatever you want. We'll make it for you. We do everything in-house here. There's usually some way to make exactly what you want on the website. And if there's not some way to get exactly what you want on the website, you just go to the contact Sam, and we'll get it taken care of for you. So, now when I grip my board with Dkl, I always try to get as much of a full piece in the back as I can. It gets a little too wide for it at some point. So then I have to split it right down the middle and run it up. Hey, thank you, Anthony. I appreciate that. We've got a great team as well. I ride for the team. I have a signature board as well as Andrew Allen from Boston has a signature board. Our team is awesome, though. Right now, Gavin Svetlik is in Denmark at the Vert Attack. We got Key down in Seymour. We got Justin in Indianapolis with me. We've got the Seymour kids down south. We've got Max Doty over in Greece right now. Lyle up in Michigan. And we just added Jackson from our area to the team. Great kid. Progressing like absolute crazy. I'm really good at setting down the things I'm about to use. There we go. So yeah, check us out. Lifeskateboard.com. I try to be way more active on here than I am. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. If you go to, if you do Instagram and you follow me on Stranger Casper, that's a quicker way to get a hold of me. I do post every day. I'm trying to shift my content over to YouTube because I really don't like how Meta is paying. And I just really enjoy making videos, short form. I enjoy these lives with people. I enjoy answering questions for people. So YouTube seems to be a great place for all that. I cut her grip better than mine. So when I was talking about earlier going around for that extra little bit, you're literally taking that much off. And the reason you're doing that is creating a little bit of an angle on the edge so it doesn't have something to catch on and it won't peel. Because remember, this is thicker than normal grip, so it doesn't just like rip off a little bit. It'll start to peel if it starts to rip. And I always tell people, make sure you're bringing extra grip with you. You know, it sucks that sometimes it does rip, but it's a reality of it. It saves you money. It's worth it. Do the maintenance. Hi, dog lover. When I get home, I'll tell Lori you said hi. So, do I have a straight edge in here? I gotta have a straight edge in here somewhere. Something close enough. Yeah, we're just gonna slice this right down the center here. No, this is non-abrasive rubber grip. If you check my page, you can tell I do everything. I don't have a 2x4 with me right now. I'm just gonna use the edge of the desk. Everything's over there. But I don't know if you can pick it up on here, but the grip itself is like the surface on a basketball. It reacts with the My deck is not a straight edge. This is a straight edge though, close enough. It's not close enough. That was a bad cut. Ooh. We're just gonna deal with it. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna deal with it and we're gonna make it work. You can blame them. I stopped those a few years ago. I'm gonna blame the fact that I've had 0 caffeine so far this morning. Forgot my wallet. Went to the gas station. That sucked. Here's how we're going to remedy that. See you, dog lover. Going to remedy this with a bunch of little tiny pieces because I don't want to cut another piece. Laziness wins again. You guys are watching me make it work. I'm tired. I'm uncaffeinated. But I am going to make this work. We'll call it art. Yeah, there we go. Bad planning, art. One of the two. We call it art. It's a lot more tedious when you got to do it this way. I say you got to do it like it's not the consequences of my own actions. Northwest. I'm in Indiana. The shop is in New Palestine, Indiana. I live in Lawrence now. Sorry, I've lived in Indianapolis my whole life. I am going to Chicago though today. I'm excited. My buddy's bringing me down. All right, I'm gonna cut this edge off. Check if my boss is done. He's still parked over there, but his tail lights are on. That might mean that I'm gonna be shaping on this live. What time is it? 10:15. Oh, no shit. I lived in Speedway for a long time. I actually had a DIY skate park just north of Speedway in Gustavo Park. Small world. Speedway, racing capital of the world. I lived right off of 25th Street where everybody all over the world decided that was where they wanted to forget how to drive on the way to the Indianapolis 500. How did you find this live? Did you just come across it? Did it pop up? I'm curious. I'm very new to YouTube, so I don't know how any of this stuff works. But I'm just proud. I'm just happy it's working. Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it, man. Great talking to you. Have a great day. And when you see your friends that live in Speedway, ask them if they remember a guy skateboarding through town with a mask on, terrorizing people. That was me. I'm better now, I promise. I was a local terror in Speedway. A lot of people did not like me around there. Have a good one, man. Great talking to you. All right, we're going to call that gripped. All right, yep, I'm calling that gripped, and we're done with that. And it looks like, well, my boss's taillights are on, so that means he probably shaped some boards. So I'm going to pack up, clean up in here, and then you guys are going to come along while I go in the other room and shape 2 more boards before I go up to Chicago. I got to get home and get the lady to work here soon. all my stuff together here. The scrap for making DKL is kind of annoying, I will say that, because it's all over the place. It sticks everywhere. So pick it up as you go, or else you're going to be doing what I'm doing, which is annoying to everyone involved. Look at that. My board fits inside my dog's board. I got one sheet of DKL left and a piece of scrap, so I can grip one more of my board, and then I need some more. I'll probably hit them up. They're good people. Alrighty, you guys are gonna come along for a journey. You're gonna go in the box. You're in the box. You guys are in the box and stuff. They're in the box. The people on my live are in the box.
What do you think of that?
It's awesome. Yeah. Yeah, you said curb killer.
No, I thought you were talking about the wide ones, 11 inch. Those are 10.
Oh, well, I'm going to switch them out then.
Yeah, I was going to say that's
All right, guys, I'm ending the live. See ya.
ask one of them to buy a set of curb killers.
So are there not?